Tom Cruise buys COVID robots to patrol Mission Impossible set.
What the
He's got
fuck?
robots patrolling the
What?
set. People,
What the
COVID
fuck?
protection.
So what makes a robot a COVID robot?
Does it have COVID in it?
I've been into a few businesses where they kind of have these like little setups in the front where they'll like measure your temperature and like take a picture of your face before you come in, and it kind of some bullshit shit. So I can only imagine like that I don't know, that you'd have to submit some kind of like blood sample or like.
But external
I don't know.
temperature, that's like the only external factor, right?
Yeah, external temperature, some kind of. I mean, this is Mission Impossible, you know.
So did you hear that he actually like yelled out or like bitched out like a whole buttload of people like on set because they like weren't wearing masks or something, or they weren't taking it seriously, and he like
I don't fucking blame them.
Yeah,
I would have like, dude, safety first, man.
Yeah, and especially
In
when
this
he's
day and
like
age.
the director, and it's one thing when you're just an actor, you just show up day to day, but like when you're like a director and it's your movie on the line, like that's a whole different load of what's the word I'm looking for?
Malarkey.
tacos.
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 That's the word, right?
Yeah, I'm into fitness taco in my mouth.
At least that's what it is, and not other things.
Jesus. Did you guys hear about when Samuel L. Jackson was doing the Star Wars franchise? How he was talking about? I think he was talking to George Lucas. So, like when he first, because I don't even think he was supposed to be a part of the film series, and then they ended up making him a part, and then and then he said, "Well, what lightsaber color do you want?" And he was
Purple.
like, "Purple." Like, I want purple.
But
Like,
the problem was there's a scene where there's like 20 Jedi fighting a bunch of droids, and all the Jedi have blue and green lightsabers. There's so many of them, and they're rewatching the film, and he goes, "I can't tell which motherfucker I am. There's too many. Everybody looks the same with the blue and the green." And so he's like, "Well, what color would you like?" And he's like, "Purple."
Purple.
Let me get that.
I mean, it's badass though.
Let me get that grape flavored lightsaber.
Yeah, like what's another one? Yeah, purple was Mace Windu's, and then the fuck. It's an old Sith Lord had like a really weird one. Fuck, what was it?
Someone has a yellow one.
Yeah, it's Rey, but those are your like gray Jedis.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, so I didn't see the last one. Does she get a different lightsaber?
Yeah, so gray Jedis that aren't.
Oh, gray Jedis. I thought you said Rey.
Jedi. Well, no, Rey. Yeah, she got a yellow.
She is a gray Jedi.
Yeah, so
she's
like I said, I missed the last movie.
I don't know.
Interesting.
About no Star Wars.
I love Star Wars. I just
I haven't open world Star Wars game.
Star Wars game. I can wear my Star Wars helmet.
But, no, the open world Star Wars game.
Who's doing?
Is that like the old
Ubisoft.
one, like the Old Republic or something like that?
But Ubisoft is making it and not EA, so it's actually going to be different and not pay to win. Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Ubisoft, every open world game they make is like basically the same. At least to me.
It is, and they use a different engine. Ubisoft has their own engine. They don't use Unreal Engine. I was reading it on their forum site. They were talking about their engine that they use for all of their games, and it's just their own company. So I guess, in a way, yeah, they're all the same, but shit, man, as long as it's not EA making the game, I'm going to give it a chance.
I'm almost certain they made like the old Star Wars game that was like you can...
The Old Republic?
Yeah, the Old Republic one where it was like, what was that on? Was that on like PlayStation 2 or something like that?
It's on Steam right now, too.
Yeah.
No, I think Ubisoft made the Star Wars Revenge of the Sith PS2 game.
No, I
That
know it
game
wasn't
slapped.
well, I know it wasn't Revenge of the Sith. It had to be like it was like an open world like MMO where you can like become like Jedi
Yeah,
Master.
I think
that's the
he's
Old
talking about.
Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is Old Republic.
Yeah.
Now, who? Let me see who made that. Did you guys ever play that on PS2? The Revenge of the Sith PS2 game?
No.
I had a friend that played it, and so I always watched him, and that's how I know of it.
Yeah, it was kind of like, so
It was
there was a
dope though. It
story
looks
mode,
sick.
right? Yeah, there's a freaking like a career mode, like a story mode,
Yeah.
and where it literally goes through like the entire movie. Like you get to fight General Grievous, Count Dooku, fucking
Count Dookie.
and you get to fight Anakin at the end, depending on which character you play. You either fight Obi-Wan or you fight Anakin. So
That's
it's pretty
sick.
cool. Yeah, so let me see. It was made by, let me see, development. Who was it made by? Oh, it was made by Ubisoft.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I
wow.
thought.
Yeah,
So
back
if they can make
in 2005.
like a new version of that game, I feel like it would be solid.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude, because the mechanics in that game it was just so good.
Oh yeah, it was sick. Even from just watching it and stuff like that. I wish I had been a part of it.
Did you guys play that recent one? What was it called? Jedi Fallen Order. Did you guys play that?
I think I did play that for a little while.
Okay. Did
It
you
was
like
all
it,
right.
or- Okay.
There I don't okay, so the biggest complaint was certain people can be certain characters in the game. So you could be like Darth Maul or Darth Vader and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And some people were just so good at those characters that they would literally kill like 30 or 40 people just like inside this little tiny house. They'd be able to like hold it down.
Oh, I think you're talking about.
And
So you're talking about Battlefront.
that's what it was. I'm sorry, it was Battlefront. You're
Right.
100% correct.
Right.
Battlefront. And so it did seem a little bit unbalanced where I don't know if there was a time limit for like those characters that they could use, but it just seemed
No,
like
it
for
was
like full rounds they would just roll you.
yeah, so the character had health just like any
They
other,
they were just a
person
lot
playing.
faster and
They were a
their
lot faster and they
weapons
had a
were
lot more health. It took a lot to take one of those down.
yeah, they did have a lot more health too. It was a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
But I guess that all comes back on me too. But yeah, I played it for a few hours. What was the one you mentioned? I don't think I did play that one.
Jedi Fallen Order. It came out
Fallen
kind of
Order.
recently. It was kind of Souls-like E.
Hmm.
Uh,
I do like Souls games.
I'm pretty sure it was an EA game. Anyways, I don't know much about Star Wars. I'm just trying to contribute.
Yeah.
Always love Star Wars, man. I still have one of the original vinyls, like original pressed vinyls from the first release, back in like what was it, the 80s?
That's cool.
Damn.
Yeah, like it's oh dude, I put it on my record player a couple of years ago, and it just immediately that ding, I was just like, oh bro, so much nostalgia.
So, I've never been a Star Wars fan, really, but I do like watching reviews where they talk shit about like the new movies and shit. Like,
Oh yeah.
I will gladly watch like a 4-hour review about why the new one is bad instead of actually watching the movie.
Yeah, I do like those kind of review videos, but I think I'm more always kind of look to fulfill my bias about the movie. So what I can remember was Alita Battle Angel. I don't know if any of you guys saw that,
I did.
but I really liked it. But it
I
kind
heard
of
it was a good movie.
was like a box office flop.
It had a lot of missed potential, but it was pretty neat for sure.
I think for like it was really like beautiful. It was a beautiful movie. The story was a little bit meh, but from like what they adapted in the anime and stuff like that, they did a pretty good job. I mean, they condensed it down, of course, but it's like they didn't stray too far off any which way. And I don't know, I really liked it, and they kind of left it off at this like, ooh, there's going to be another movie, and
yeah,
just
like
the way that the box office looked, it was like, ooh, I don't think so. It's kind of upsetting. But so at the time I was like, it's still a good movie to me. Like, so I'd watch like movie reviews that were like, kind of along the same bias as me.
That's what YouTube is for, to confirm your bias.
That's true.
Exactly.
I don't like this video game. I need someone to tell me that they don't like it either.
And watch them play it and watch them fucking hate the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's like the
I
best
definitely
shit.
do the same thing too.
It's crazy how
Go for it.
It's crazy how sometimes watching a show you won't want to do it, but then if there's a 2-hour, 3-hour YouTube video, you're like, I'm down. You'll find the time for things like that, but not other things.
The Last of Us 2. I just heard from everybody, it was like, from everybody's response, it was like, what didn't live up to the hype as the first one. But I fuck it, I watched the whole entire playthrough on YouTube. I was like, well, I'm not going to spend the money to play it, but I might as well watch it all and give my honest opinion about it. So, and I kind of felt the same way a lot of people did, that it just felt there was a lot of cop outs in it that were just trying to make you feel bad for all your decisions that you made.
Yeah,
and
Nicky Jakey did a pretty good video about it.
The human aspect to make you kind of feel bad about stuff, but the way they went about it was just really lazy and kind of cheap.
What's that?
Now, did you guys hear about the PS5 coming back in stock tomorrow via the Sony rewards?
I'm sure it'll be out of stock tomorrow as well.
Fuck.
I know, right? Yeah, apparently it's something where it's if you have a rewards thing with Sony, you can actually get exclusive access to purchase it. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to correct me if I'm wrong, though.
I bet you anything I do, since I've had a PS4 for fucking 5 years.
But do you have PS Plus and all that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe they just haven't made enough to flood the market with it. You'd think they'd be trying to make that fucking money, but it's
the amount of money that they made already off of sales.
Here's a couple tens of thousands or whatever,
You know what they did? They did it like a Supreme or any kind of designer clothing style drop.
Yeah.
That's how they're changing up their marketing and how they get their product out. They only release limited amounts per drop.
Which is
lame as fuck. I want
it guarantees a sellout though, so it's they make their money each time and then reinvest it back into the new consoles. So obviously the first ones aren't going to be the best, and then you wait a year, and then those next gen PS5s that come out in 2022 are going to be fucking incredible.
Pre-ordering games or getting consoles early is always a terrible idea.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's why it's everybody kind of, with the whole cyberpunk shit, they're
okay, but I like Cyberpunk, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm only biased because I have a PC and I run it on PC. It still makes my PC sound like a fucking jet engine, but still, it's fun.
I mean, I liked it for, a couple hours, and now I'm kind of just I don't have motivation to play it anymore.
That's the thing, though, is they hyped it up to be this game that you can play, for a long time, but people are just already bored of it.
So they're supposed to come out with an MMO aspect to it too, which will be cool.
Mm-hmm.
The Witcher 3, everyone hyped that up. Was that? I mean, I wasn't a part. I didn't know much about that. Was that a solid game on launch? or did
I
it
didn't
take a
play it
while?
on launch, but I played it like a few years later, just out of recommendations because it's like one of the highest rated things in the Steam store. And I played it for about as long as I did Cyberpunk.
So not very long.
Not very long.
Not
About 8
really.
hours probably.
Yeah,
I've
I've
never
probably
been.
put like 10 hours in Cyberpunk.
I've never been super into like fantasy stuff like that, like Knights and Dragons. That's me personally. I know a lot of people like that stuff.
Skyrim.
I love
I like
Skyrim.
that
All
old
of that. I
old
played
style
fuck out of
like
Skyrim.
Literally put
like
thousands
Norse
of hours
stuff.
into Skyrim.
That's why I make mead. Like it kind of because I mean I have no idea where I come from when it comes to like my background and stuff, just because I was
Same.
adopted. But it's
Oh,
like I have a feeling that I'm probably like part Irish or like Scottish or like something like that, and that's all those fuckers drank back then was just mead because it was the world's first fermented beverage
Mead
that
and
also
mutton.
contains alcohol.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
It
speaking
really
of
was the
which,
world's first fermented beverage.
it was the world's first alcohol. Yes.
Wow. So did China do it? Because I remember hearing that like China like was one of like the first like alcohol peoples.
I can
Yes.
speak up here.
So, yep.
So there's a movie on Netflix called The History of Beer.
Ooh.
If you watch it, they talk about how they'd actually pay slaves in Egypt with mead. That's how they would pay their workers.
Interesting.
Like, so they'd pay them like a 6-pack of mead and like a loaf of bread. That would be like their earnings for the day. And so, well, that's what they've been able to like understand from like translations and stuff like that. So
Right.
even as far back as that, which was what, like 10,000, 12,000 years ago or something like that. So it's been around
Yeah.
for a long, and I'm sure even before that, like if I remember the movie correctly, gatherers, after like hunters and gatherers, the gatherers would pick up a
Okay,
lot
man.
of wheat and sometimes leave that wheat outside where it would rain and then ferment, and then they'd
On
be able to
accident or
make
on purpose?
on accident, like it was accidental, and then they had come up with like a low form of beer, essentially, slash mead. Mead is more with honey and stuff like that, but still, yeah, you could still do it with like wheat.
Interesting.
Interestingly enough.
I wonder if there's a good documentary on the history of ecstasy.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Yeah, watch Drugs Inc.
Because it is man-made.
We have a good
right?
ecstasy one. Yeah. You have to
Drugs Inc.
synthesize.
Was that on like TV back in the day? Like,
Yeah.
I do remember that, where like the whole episode would be like about one like manufactured drug or something like that.
Mm-hmm. It's on Netflix too.
Yeah, maybe that was it. And then they would like hang out with somebody who would either like sell the drug or make it or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do remember one that was like these heroin dealers, and they're like, "Yeah, this is how you make this shit good," and they're like popping open these pills they got at CVS and putting it in there,
It's
and like,
like, okay,
this is
I'm
my
okay with
brain.
you showing me this, but can you be a little less sketchy about it?
Oh, it's the most sketchy fucking shit ever.
God.
It's funny though. It's funny how some dealers are just like, step on in.
Speaking of that kind of shit, what did you guys think of Breaking Bad? Did you guys watch that?
Loved it.
I loved it at the time.
Yeah.
Loved it. Yeah. I mean, I still do, but not.
I tried to rewatch it and then kind of like lost interest.
It's
Like
hard to
halfway
rewatch.
through.
Okay.
Season one is
the
slow.
problem with rewatching it is every part about that show is so good, except for Skylar.
Yeah,
I
Skylar
wanna choke that bitch every single episode.
She is objectively like one of the worst characters like in any television show.
Let him make money.
That's what makes her so good, is that like if you can act that good enough to make people hate you, like you've done a good job. It was like the same way with anybody who's watched Game of Thrones knows that the actor who played Joffrey in itself, the character, was the biggest piece of shit in history. Fucking everybody hated him, like in the show and in like outside the show, like
he probably
in
got
real
hit
life.
for it in real life.
And the fact to like that the actor himself would get like death threats and fucking like he basically got pushed so far away from acting that he like quit altogether.
Wow.
And he was like a child actor and everything, like had worked like his whole life up until that point. And then he was like, I'm done. But he had done such a good job. Like watching like interviews and stuff, he is the nicest, like most chipper guy, to the fact that where you're like, whoa, he did a really fucking good job playing this piece of shit. Like that I feel bad for the guy now. I'm like, he was a good actor. He was a piece of shit and I hated him in the show, but I don't think he deserved death threats.
Wow. Speaking of antagonists and just characters in general, from my perspective, One Piece looks like it has too many characters. Is this
okay. Let me stop you right there. So I've been watching. I'm climbing up the ladder. There are a lot of characters, but it's not so much to the point where you can't remember their names. People in this show, their names are like it makes it really hard to forget their names.
Like honestly,
they're unique.
Well, there's so many episodes that you end up watching. Like, let's say like a regular series has maybe 100 episodes. You know, by the time you watch 300 episodes and everybody's gotten a full arc, which is like 24 episodes, or you just end up learning everybody's names, or at least a little bit about them, enough to be like, okay, yes, I know who you're talking about. So it's not too overwhelming.
From an outsider perspective. It looked like it.
There's a lot to it where you don't even learn like half of like what's going. So there's a lot going on with like the world government, which like you know of in the beginning, but you know nothing about. And slowly they start throwing little tiny things at you here and there, to the fact like where the picture is starting to get bigger and bigger. But like
story building and
it's still going. Like I'm sure, like
dude, it's
500 episodes behind.
It's 900.
I don't know shit.
900. Yeah.
But I've slowly been getting. Yeah, he wants to talk so bad because this is his fucking show. I've been getting really into it. But yeah, I'm only 400 episodes in and just starting to learn about some of that shit.
I heard really good things about like a recent episode in terms of like animation and stuff. I think it was like episode 957.
Yeah, the most recent episode, it made me nut in my pants so hard I almost had to shit myself too.
I heard something along those lines, yeah.
It's really
cool.
Anyway, what I was trying to elaborate on was the fact that like he's right, because there's so many episodes for a reason. Their story building takes that fucking long, and there are now 950 plus episodes in, and they're still building it.
It's crazy.
It's like they're reaching the climax right now, but like they're still building it. And crazy. It's gonna keep going for at least another 4 years. I'm excited, but also not. This is one story, literally. This is one story I think that should never end.
Never end.
Yeah, it does seem sad when stuff like this, like, because it's a story. They're trying to lead it somewhere, but the way that the story finishes,
kind
of like.
You know what it is, but you don't know what it is, and that's the problem with One Piece. And that's why people spiral so hard, is because the One Piece exists, but no one knows what it is.
Even the people in the show, so
they don't know.
It's it's like if the people in the show know, then we know, and the show ends entirely.
Mm-hmm.
GG. So I actually didn't really drink at all until I turned 21.
Damn.
And
didn't have friends.
No, I had friends. I just didn't really want to drink. Thanks, Tokes, for making me feel bad about myself.
I was like, oof.
Jeez.
We're here to bust each other's balls.
So that night, I distinctly remember drinking like absolute.
Wait, on your 21st birthday?
Yeah.
Got
I drank like a shitload of absolute like orange vodka and nothing else.
Oh.
It was the worst.
God.
And I just remember like blasting dubstep and just being like, yeah, this shit's fire.
Like wasted, like.
Yeah.
Dubstep when you're buzzed is like freaking godly, dude.
Dude, dubstep when you're hammered is amazing because then you literally just lose all your fucking cares. And
so
then,
yeah, when I started DJing, I was around like 18, and then when I started getting like my first shows and stuff, I was around 19. And one of the shows that I used to play at was a weekly that was like literally like 2 streets down from my house, but a few miles. And it was called Merge Wednesdays. And it was cool because it was mostly like kids from my area that would just go to like whatever was happening in the area. So they weren't like huge dubstep fans at first, but they were like, "Hey, something's going on in our neck of the woods. Let's check it out." And it became like a 203 person weekly thing. And I just remember one of the first shows. It was Sluggo. I don't know if you guys remember Sluggo.
Oh, I do. I fucking love Sluggo.
So he's the first like headliner of the show that we had gotten.
Sick.
And I was around 19 at the time, and I think there's like a photo of him, and he's spinning, and I'm right behind him, and I got the X's on my hands, and I'm holding up a beer in the photo.
Oh no.
Nice.
GG.
Yeah.
May I interrupt this real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Yo, this is the second fucking order from like to Chipotle that has not arrived.
Oh no.
Like, DoorDash, get your fucking shit together. Like, both times it said, hey, it delivered. No, it fucking didn't. It's not on my doorstep like I specifically fucking said in my goddamn comments.
Is there like a lobby for the base? That like.
Well, yeah, so it's the fact that it's like, okay, so some people just can't get on base, right? So what'll happen is they'll call you or like text you, be like, hey, like, can you at least like meet me like out in front of the base or like something like that, right? Nothing from either fucking one of these guys. So I'm just like, fuck it. I called DoorDash and was like, hey, just give me my credit back. I'm gonna order from a different fucking restaurant or just not even bother with this app anymore. Like, there's no reason why that should have happened twice in a row.
So
or at least if the delivery, it's pretty big. But it's like if the fucking delivery is gonna be on a military base, let's make sure that your fucking dasher has access to be able to get on the military base. Or else what's the point in even like, oh fuck it, we'll just see. You know what I mean?
Boy's hangry.
That's my fucking rant. Dude, I'm so fucking hungry right now, bro, and I'm pissed off.
That's
I'm
called
like, fuck, dude, give me my food.
So
all right, I'm gonna go make another order. BRB.
Yeah. I'm just my music skills have just vanished off the face of the earth.
I mean, mine are non-existent.
Don't ever order food in a fit of rage. I just ordered a large pizza, a fucking one of the stuffed breads from Domino's, and wings.
That's cool.
You got food for tomorrow. Dude, I miss Olive Garden.
Oh my god.
Shit take.
I mean, we're all white here,
Fuck
so
you.
of course we all like Olive Garden.
Oh no, wait. Cameron, do you like Olive Garden? Did he say anything?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
You
The
know
only
what?
thing that I love from Olive Garden is the fact that they have cheap wine and the never-ending pasta. That's it. Like,
They
it's
warm that
literally enough
pasta up in the
carbs
microwave,
to
though.
where, like, yeah, you know what? I don't give a fuck because
don't give a fuck.
I warm up pasta in my microwave too at home, and it's the
I don't.
same shit.
Still tastes good.
I cook
I agree.
pasta on the stove like a human
Yeah,
being
but
does.
when you have leftovers, you just eat that shit cold.
No.
How the
He
fuck
throws
do you
it back
warm
on
it
the
up then?
stove.
I put it
You throw it
in a
back on the
saucepan.
stove?
Yeah, I put it
I'm
in
one
a
of those
saucepan.
people that just
Fucking
eat leftovers cold.
Max, you're just a sadist, but
They
you
must have very
fucking-
high power levels.
Like, yeah, I have no soul. I just eat my leftovers cold.
We can talk about our food delivery stuff. So I use Uber Eats, and I mean, I'm sure the same with the other apps. They have like the tracker with the little car on
Yeah.
it, and it shows like where you are and where they are.
And then it
know.
shows where the restaurant is too.
I don't know what it is about this, but I live in a complex where there's half of it on one side of the street, half of it on the other side. So literally you just have to cross the street to get here. But they always go to the wrong side. They always do.
Because
And
it's
it's like, you
probably
can
like one
see
universal
where I am on
address,
the
right?
map. Huh?
It's all the same address, though, right?
It's the same address, but one side of the street has a different address. It ends with a 1, and mine ends with a 2. So if they just looked on either side, they would see, oh, that's the other one. This is the other one.
That sounds like a lot
And
of effort.
on the actual map, they would see, hey, he's on this side of the street. But they always go to the other side, and I'm like calling. I'm like, hi. They're like, yes, I'm here, and I'm like, no, I'm across the street. So I end up having to like walk down this hill, like across the street into the other complex to like get my stuff like 60% of the time. So I don't know if it's just me that has to deal with this bullshit, but it is pretty goddamn annoying.
Well, that's so back in Kansas when I lived there, it was kind of the same thing, but we lived in like townhouses, right? So it would all be the same address except it'd be like a -1, -2, -3, -4, -5.
Yeah.
And I was in -2, but what they used to do is they would knock on the guy's door at -5, and then he'd be like, "I didn't fucking order anything." And then they'd go next door, and then they'd like have to relook at the address and be like, "Oh shit, it's fucking 2." And then yeah, so. But
I don't
Yeah,
have much to contribute because I normally just order and then just drive over to a place and pick it up. Like I've never used like Uber Eats or anything like that.
that's just because I'm just lazy. And honestly,
You know,
it's better to
debit
do it
card?
that way because,
What?
dude, it just costed me like $50 to get Chipotle.
No, that's
Like-
true. It isn't cost efficient, but
Yeah.
Justin, do you not have a debit card?
I have a debit card. I've even got a credit card.
He's just smarter than all of us.
Use the delivery services.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't use delivery either.
I'd rather just get it myself.
Fuck that delivery fee. Yeah, I'd rather.
Yeah,
pick it
no, the
up.
delivery fee is a bitch.
Yeah,
But
it's like an extra like.
I'm
15
lazy a lot of the
bucks.
time.
So am I, but then I get hungry.
Yeah.
Then the hunger outweighs the laziness.
So
Yeah.
okay, does that mean there's somewhere really good that's close to you, like that you don't mind driving to?
Yeah, I have a pho spot right like 2 minutes down the street.
What's it called?
I go to. Sorry, go on.
It's a pho spot.
Oh, pho spot. I thought it was called Fuzz Pot.
Yeah, I thought it was like fuzz bar or fuzz
Fuzz
pot or
pot.
something.
What kind of bar?
What
is
kind-
that?
Yeah. Pho spot.
Oh, I know there is a really good pho Vietnamese place that's really close by that has really good banh mi's and pho.
Yeah, there's
You
a
got
really good
boba?
banh mi place up in Tacoma.
Do we call it pho? Yeah, pho.
It's pho. It's pho.
Fucking good. That's what it is.
What about you?
the-
What do you get by you?
Honestly, I just get In-N-Out and Panda Express.
You fucking pleb.
Panda.
You're such a
Those are
Californian.
really
You're
Panda.
such a fucking Californian.
I fuck with Panda though hard.
Panda's good.
I fucking
Oh
love Panda.
fuck yeah, dude! Orange chicken.
No, I love.
That's what I'm getting from this.
That mushroom
Happy
beef,
Teriyaki
dog.
place.
Sorry, what?
Panda's
Dude, their
mushroom
fucking
beef.
egg rolls slap too.
No, the wontons, cream cheese wontons. I'll get like 12 of them sometimes.
Those things are
So
so
the
fire.
one thing I like about the teriyaki place that I just ordered from, or actually, fuck, no, I'm not getting teriyaki.
said
I
pizza.
fucking ordered Domino's.
Yeah, what the
Yeah,
fuck? I was like,
I'm getting
some
Domino's.
teriyaki pizza?
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. DoorDash fucked me up so much that I'm just like, fuck it, dude. I don't even know what I'm eating tonight. Like,
Oh my god.
shit, man.
I freaking miss KBBQ, dude.
Yeah,
that shit was
that's
so fucking
Oh.
awesome.
Oh, just don't
There's
even
a
tell
really
me about
good
that.
place that's right next to me that you can get all you can eat for like
Oh,
$30.
What, Korean barbecue?
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
Korean barbecue. And I went there with my
There was a spot right outside of Fort Riley that did that shit too. Oh, so good.
but they'll give you like slabs of just like marinated like meat, just one after the other.
Oh yeah.
And it was a
Second
good
you're
social.
done, they already got another one.
It was a good social thing too. Like you felt like you were
It
chilling
was.
with your friends and shit. You know,
hmm
I miss that shit.
I feel like this episode is just all about fucking food.
It's the food episode. I love
It's-
food.
Yeah.
It's like we're trash taste or something.
Food and drinks, man.
Yeah, when I was in
you okay there,
Korea,
Faza?
he's rocking
I
out.
don't think his attention's like all on us right now.
No, he's just agreeing.
Oh my god. Oh, actually,
Yeah.
if you don't mind, I'm gonna do my little 5-minute mead segment with what's new with mead. I just started. Yeah, I
What's new
just
with
started a cranberry mead.
Ooh, damn, that sounds good.
That sounds
Yeah,
really
so what I did was I got some really, really good honey that was like expensive as fuck. And then I took some craisins, like the ocean spray craisins, and chopped them up into like small pieces. So like, a lot of the sugars and like, sweetness from those cranberries can, seep into the must. And yeah, we ended up making a gallon of it, and so it's sitting right here in my closet.
nice.
So, and it's super dark already. So, oh yeah,
Why-
man, I got fucking.
Why didn't you use like non-dried up cranberries with some juice?
Because the thing with the dehydrated cranberries is it already has all those sugars, like ready to go.
I guess that's true.
Look at this giant thing of honey.
That's honey, Jesus.
Yeah, it's honey.
Chug it.
That's a lot of honey.
No. Oh my, no. What? No.
It's not even open.
Like it was open, just like
And I was just
But
like,
no, yeah, fucking
panicking.
I plan on using this because I think this is 4 pounds of honey. I think I'm gonna use
That's a lot of
this
honey.
in my brew demon. That's like right here. Yeah, it's a little 2-gallon fermenter. So I just gotta sanitize it and clean it and stuff like that, and we'll be good to go. But that's something that I'm probably just gonna either do an original mead or something like super fucking crazy, maybe like an apple pie mead or like something like that.
ooh, apple pie meat. That sounds really good.
yeah. And then I actually just went and picked up.
Don't die.
I just went and picked up some flip top bottles, so that once everything's done, I can just put them in there.
Damn, you really got to put some hustle in there.
Man, what's
There
that
we
been
go.
teaching these guys, man?
And then, yeah, and then all I have to do is put a tiny little
Simple
seal
as that,
and
boys.
a piece of tape or something, tape that over there, put a label on it, and then ship it.
Dude, yeah. When am I gonna get my mead?
When are we gonna get the felony
Exactly.
sauce?
That's what I want to know. Like that's another episode that's kind of still in the works because
gotta
my
get
buddy out in Sacramento is he's about to harvest his peppers, his Carolina Reapers and Scorpions and stuff. So we need to get that together.
Pepper episode.
I'm gonna die.
Fucking hot sauce episode. Let's go.
You see
No,
how-
you know
Do you see how white I am?
Do you know? You know what would be another really good episode is if we all did the one chip challenge.
Fuck that shit. I've already eaten that. Fuck no.
A few of these. There's like one chip that's like this fucking big and square, and then there's one that's just like a Dorito. Which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about the one that's like tiny. It's like a Dorito. Yeah, it's made by Packy or whatever. Packy.
Fuck that shit,
wouldn't that
bro.
be the same thing as doing this hot sauce one?
No, this is literally the hottest hot chip in the world. It'll be the hottest thing you've probably ever eaten.
But it's effectively the same result, though, is what he's saying.
I ate a piece that was like, bro, like this big. And normally,
and you were dying.
It's like this big. I ate a piece that was that big, and immediately when I first bit into it, it was pain.
Yeah, it was just immediate like regret and sadness.
Yeah, it just hurt. And I was like, bro. And it hurt so bad that I like had a piece of ice on my fucking tongue, and then it melted, and I just had no comfort.
You had no cum from that point on.
No cum. Took all the cum away.
The hottest I've ever eaten.
No orgasm.
Well, it wasn't even anything. It was actually like a hot sauce. It was like this little tiny, like hot sauce bottle. It was called like Devil's Tears or something, like Devil's something. But it had to use like a dripper. You had to put little drips in
it was an extract. It wasn't a hot sauce. It was just an extract that you put like while you cook.
Yeah, so somebody was putting that, on people's stuff and seeing if they could do it. And I said just put it straight on my tongue, just do some drips. And my buddy just said fuck it and just squirt like half the fucking thing. And hit me off right on the tip of my tongue, and half of it I didn't even like swallow it. My head started fucking convulsing, like shaking.
Yeah,
it was
you get
so
all lightheaded. You get tunnel vision.
And I just laid down for like an hour, just trying to like stop my fucking body from shaking.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that shit's no joke.
Not fun. But ever since then, I've been able to handle spices like a fucking champion. I can eat some spice.
You gained immunity.
I have a place right next to my house. There's this. My favorite meal is called Crying Tiger. It's just basically steak, but it's like the juiciest fucking steak you've ever got. To pick up a piece and it's like falling, like just individual pieces hanging on to like pieces of fat. So you can get it made from 1 out of 10 spiciness, and I always get like an 8, 9, or a 10, depending on how spicy I'm trying to get it. Some of the times they'll be like, okay, this is a 10. This is the spiciest. And those times I was like, okay, I can handle this. But one time, one guy just decided, this guy's asking for a 10.
Dude.
Put the hottest. He covered my entire steak with just like this sauce that was seeping into it. And I could not eat it. I had to wash it underneath the water, like in my sink, to just try and get some of it off, and then just like re-eat it. Like, but yeah, normally I can handle that shit. How anybody been watching the new like anime this season?
Nope.
Because I haven't started anything yet. I mean, Jujutsu Kaisen.
I saw the first couple episodes of that.
From last season, or
I believe that's technically now last season.
Yeah, so it's because they're gonna do the, what'd you say, set 2? Core 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
They're gonna be dope.
I know. I still haven't started Attack on Titan.
Yeah, he's waiting for me.
Yeah, I think we should start getting back into watching those episodes to try and catch up, because I'm not watching the new season right now, and that only gives us time for it to finish. So, however many weeks that's going to be, 5, 6 more weeks. So we got time.
Isn't there several parts of the final season?
That's a good question. It might be in 2 parts. I don't know. Do you know, Cameron?
What?
If Attack on Titan is going to be 2 parts to this last season?
No, they'll release the whole thing. That's what I figured.
I see.
Have you watched any of it, Cameron?
Yeah, I'm caught up. It's
Damn.
dumb lit right now. It's
Dumb
stupid
lit?
crazy. Yeah,
God
the
damn.
Force. Well, I mean, I've already read it like completely, and I know what
Yeah,
happens.
still,
But the fact of
show.
the matter is, they're using the same animation studio as Jujutsu Kaisen,
That's sick.
so it just looks so aesthetically pleasing.
Damn, that's a very busy fucking studio.
Yeah, dude, and they weren't very big before that,
Peach is
so
not
now
here.
they're about
Gnarly.
to take off. Mappa only really made like slice of life anime before Jujutsu Kaisen, and then getting picked up for the fourth season of Attack on Titan is really gonna push them forward.
Damn.
That's dope.
Oh yeah,
Is it the 4th season?
yeah.
I thought it was the 5th.
What for Attack on Titan?
Yeah.
Last one.
The one that just came out? Yeah, it
You're right.
should be
It is
4.
4.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because season 3 has 2 parts. That's right. That's right. The Eagle.
Dude, me and Max do that shit every time a new episode starts.
Past that intro now, though. It feels so sad not being able to sing it.
Yeah, I know.
Basically, One Piece is taking all my time up right now. Trying to get through Thriller Bark.
Oh, okay. Thriller Bark is kind of slow in the beginning, but then when like Brooke really starts to explain who he is, yeah, it starts to pick up. Moria is literally one of the most annoying no, he's not even necessarily an antagonist. He's just annoying as fuck. Gecko Moria is so annoying.
Gecko Moria, he does compared to all the other like.
But wait till you see Caesar the Clown.
Caesar the Clown.
Caesar is the most annoying character in One Piece.
I mean, I thought Buggy was at the beginning.
Oh no, Buggy gets better.
Yeah, no, I got really used to Buggy by now.
His idiocracy like is still crazy as fuck, and he's a coward. Yet everyone still follows him. However, he also was on Gold Roger's crew at one point.
Yeah, that's right, with Shanks.
Yep. Shanks and Gold Roger were both. I mean, Shanks and Buggy were both on Gold Roger's crew.
That's right.
And then Shanks and Buggy were also on Whitebeard's crew.
Oh yeah, were they?
And then
with Ace.
Mm-hmm. For the like most brief time.
Oh shit.
And then Shanks was like, no.
So fucking cool.
Dude, Shanks is going to make his move this year in the anime. And I mean, well, in the manga too. Like, I'm going to shut up.
He wants to say the spoilers.
Well, I can imagine. I know what it's like to be like with the watching the show as it comes out, and not wanting to spoil things for people that are like watching up to it. So
yeah, but I mean, any questions you have, I can answer.
For real.
No, there's like I was telling you about. I was watching this YouTube video where they were talking a lot about it's called like One Piece 101, and I got up to the part where they were talking about Thriller Bark, and I stopped right there. I was like, yeah, I don't want to like know too much past here, because that's where I am. I just wanted to kind of get some insight into a few things and kind of just get rememorize, like kind of just bring up kind of like the past things a little bit more to catch back up on the story, because after you've watched fucking 300 episodes past like the Grand Line where they first get in, it's like, yeah, you kind of forget a lot of the stuff back then, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it was nice to kind of get that little bit of backstory again, kind of like catch up, condensed down. But yeah, like I think some of the more interesting parts, like stuff that I have questions about are like how did like Gold Roger, like well, I mean, I guess I could
Ask
figure
away, buddy.
like because remember when they found Gold Roger's signature on the
Mm-hmm.
on the bell, was it, or was it the
He put it on the poneglyph,
the
well, he
that's right.
wrote something next to the poneglyph.
Yeah, like Gold Roger was here or something like that. That's what it was kind of like. How old is fucking Gold Roger? I mean,
in the anime and well, in the story,
because didn't
the
also have something to do with the Void Century?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
All right, quick backstory on Gold Roger, but that's like not gonna spoil anything really.
Mm-hmm.
He became the king of the pirates because, just like Robin, he at the time, in his time, he was one of the very few. There are others, yeah, but he was one of the very few that could read that ancient language. But not only that, he also can hear the voice of all things.
What? That's his fucking fruit power?
No.
What?
I don't know if you've seen it yet, but there's a very short part where Luffy is just they're traveling like the open water, and he's just like hanging his head over the side of the ship, and he's just watching the water, and he thinks he hears something, and he thinks he hears something talking to him coming from the water. And then obviously everyone else on the crew is like, Luffy, you're tripping. Are you hungry? Like, eat some food. And he's like, no, I swear to God, like something literally just tried to talk to me. But then that was the end of it.
Dead.
You know? But yeah, something talked to him. And so you'll see later too that Luffy has the power called the voice of all things. And he can hear the Sea Kings talking.
Whoa.
Yes. And the only other person that can do that was Gold Roger.
Shit.
Yep. And essentially to become the king of the pirates, you have to be able to hear the voice of all things.
That's crazy.
Yes.
So what about like Dragon and shit? Where does he come into the story?
So Dragon, being Luffy's dad.
Chance, please help me. They're talking about One Piece.
One Piece? Cool, bro.
He fucking...
Dude, One Piece is a shit, bro.
Yeah, fuck you, Justin.
Yeah, I had a guy that was from Michoacan in my platoon.
Oh, nice.
And he said that when we were out in Germany, fucking we kept asking him like, dude, where the fuck is all your money going, bro? And he's like, oh, I'm just buying cows. I'm like, okay, what? Like, yeah, like apparently his family has like owns like a cattle farm or like owns farms, and it's something where it's like, yeah, to be a man, he has to buy cows or some shit like that. I don't know. But dude's like 21 buying cows from Mexico while he's in Germany.
Does the value of cows go up and down? Is there like a cow stock market?
What?
Does the value
of
cows go up and down?
Let's not call it a stock market, but let's call it like a cock market, where like
it's called the livestock market.
Your cock is bigger by how many cows you have. So if you have like 12 cows, you got a huge fucking cock. But if you have like 100 cows, you know, your neighbor's cock is looking pretty small compared to yours.
What?
The whole thing behind like low temp dabbing is almost like how people like go out and do wine tastings.
Yeah.
You know, you're supposed to sip on the wine, get it in your mouth, swish it around.
So you're just trying to get the taste and the flavor and basically be a connoisseur.
Yeah, but the real science, like the science behind
Hold on, Max. Can you do that again, please?
I got it.
Wee wee.
But the science behind it is oh my god, what were we talking about?
Yeah, low
I
tab.
don't know what the fuck you guys are talking
yeah.
about.
Yeah.
I'm
Low
not gonna
temp.
lie.
Dude's torched, bro.
I gotta take a second. Anyway, low temp, the terpenes inside of hash that actually produce flavor, and the terpenes that produce odor as well. Like when you smell a really dank smelling bud, depending on what kind of weed it is, there's specific terpenes associated with the scent. And terpenes exist in like pine sol too, and any kind of really like densely odor smell.
So you're telling me that if I smoke pine sol, that I can get high?
Yeah, mix it in with your
That should definitely try smoking pine sol.
Anyway,
You guys are
the
very
terpene
knowledgeable on things.
balls.
Balls.
You got some big fat balls.
Yeah, let's see.
Have you guys noticed that my glasses are always crooked?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have
I was
I
going
told
to
you
say
guys the
something
reason
about
for
that
that?
when we started, but I decided not to.
What's that?
I said your head's deformed? Question mark?
So yeah, I mean, okay. Like my left ear is higher on my head than my right ear. So,
here we go, boys.
Even if the glasses are
what's-
straight, like this is with my left ear straight, and then my right ear, like there's a gap here, so then it just falls.
Holy shit!
Crazy.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
All right. It's time to do this. Max, before you do that. Max, before you do that, all right, boys, share something about yourself that's different from everybody else.
Oh, sorry. No, I'll put that away.
I poop while I pee.
Big pee-pee.
Like you're talking like as you're crowning and it's coming out, you pee.
And piss.
That's fucking weird, bro.
He pees and
I
pisses.
don't get people that can do that. Like you're a fucking sadist. Like all right, so we know Justin has his right ear is lower than his left, or left is lower than his right, as you can see by his fucking wonky glasses.
I fart sometimes.
All right, Tokes.
I don't know. I broke my nose when I was a kid, so I think my nose is permanently crooked. Not like a lot that you can tell. Well, I mean, I always have.
It kind of does look like that.
You do got a big ass nose, bro.
I have a huge nose, but I don't need you pointing it out. But yeah,
I got a pretty big nose,
I broke
too.
it when I was young, and it's always seemed a little bit crooked.
Okay, I guess I'll say one for real. You can't see it now.
like him shitting while he pees is not real. You already know he does that
My
shit.
life is a lie.
Oh, I get it. The piss and the
I
poop.
definitely poop while I pee. That's not a lie. But for real, one time, I guess I was probably like 1 or 2 years old. I was at a daycare that my parents left me at, and apparently I fucking fell on a toy, and it went. Yeah, and it got stuck. It got stuck in my skull. Like, that's how bad I fell on this, and I don't know what kind of toy it is to this day. Like, I couldn't tell you. But of course, I was only like 1 or 2 years old, so they weren't gonna put stitches in like my baby fat still. So all they did was fucking they closed it and then they glued it. So when I grew up and as I grew through age, that scar just like got bigger and bigger, and it grew to the point where it looks like Harry Potter's fucking scar.
Oh, Christ.
You're the chosen.
And it does.
I was born with an abnormally large tongue.
What'd that tongue do
Prove it.
though?
Like Gene Simmons?
No, not like long, but like wide.
Length or girth?
Yeah, see it.
Oh, what?
See that wide tongue.
Got that girth.
Yeah.
Prove it.
Let's see it. You can't say
You
it.
did this to yourself.
We all like.
I will
showed you-
literally prove that I poop while I pee.
Oh my
Holy
god, that is a
Whoa.
wide.
shit.
That
That's
shit's
insane.
double wide.
Look at them white surprise.
It's like,
So
you know
how
how
old
some
were you
people
when
are
you got a wife?
Yeah, she must be very happy.
21.
21. Locked it down at 21, guys. All you need is a big tongue.
And then the other thing is I'm one of the, so it's not like super common, but a lot of people do have it. I was born with a big head. Do you know what that is?
A big head.
It's pretty self-explanatory.
By the description, it
So no,
sounds-
it's not the fact that your head is big. It's like, so if you can see, like, let me see if I can prove this. Like, my head dips in the middle.
You got like the
Like,
Tyler
let me see
One
if I can,
fucking
like-
headphone
like
thing.
Tyler one. The Tyler one.
So Tyler One, how he has the dip in his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like
If you
a
shaved-
legit
if you
thing.
shaved your head, we would see the
Yeah, I
dip.
bet when they shaved you in basic that you looked real funny.
Oh, fuck yeah! I have a picture of it. I do have a picture of it.
We're gonna need
You know
that
what?
picture.
Fuck it, dude.
We're gonna
Yeah,
need-
I'll see if I can find it. Hold on. So
Yeah,
I will say
naturally dark.
time to roast. At least we're not like Justin with that fucking 5 head and that godforsaken hairline, bro.
What's your
Fuck you.
ass
At least you
haircut?
have hair. At least you got hair, Justin.
I will get a
in the
haircut
chat.
eventually, I promise.
Is there like a haircut that's flattering for you that you know of?
Fuck you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like.
I hate my hair very much. Like, look at this shit. What is this? This is pointing up.
I hate my hair right now.
What is
I
this?
cut.
Oh my god, I found it. Let's go.
We all got you.
Yeah, you're cutting precious time out of my. Oh my god. Tyler One, look at your head ass, motherfucker.
Bruh.
Beat your face into a fucking. Oh my god. Oh.
Dude, it's so bad, right?
Another head coming out of the back of your head.
Boy.
Shit's a roller coaster, dog.
God damn. Older head ass looking motherfucker.
No, Justin, you got to feel a little bit better after I'm rusty.
I'm okay with my stupid hairs now. Thank you for my
Why-
self-esteem.
yeah, that's why I roasted him, because I knew that this was just gonna be the fucking creme de la creme.
That's fucking awesome.
Dog.
All right, well, thanks everybody for tuning in and hanging out with us. It was another good
Big ups,
podcast.
big respect.
Bye, guys.
420 blaze it.
Shut the fuck up, Justin.